Welcome back to Legacy Book Insight, where we dive deep into the books that shape minds and transform lives. Today, we're exploring one of the most beloved and widely read novels of our time, Paulo Coelho's masterpiece, The Alchemist. This isn't just a story about a young shepherd boy. It's a profound journey into the human spirit, a guide to discovering your personal legend, and a roadmap to understanding the very essence of pursuing your dreams. If you've ever felt lost, uncertain about your path, or wondered whether following your heart is worth a risk, this book holds answers that could change everything. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's embark on this transformative journey together. The Alchemist follows Santiago, a young Andalusian shepherd who lives a simple life in the Spanish countryside. He's content with his routine, traveling with his flock, sleeping under the stars, reading books in quiet moments. But Santiago begins having a recurring dream about treasure hidden near the Egyptian pyramids. This dream becomes so persistent, so vivid, that Santiago seeks guidance from a gypsy woman. She tells him the dream is prophetic, that he must journey to Egypt to find his treasure. Initially skeptical, Santiago's world shifts when he meets a mysterious old man named Melchizedek, who claims to be the king of Salem. Melchizedek introduces Santiago to a concept that becomes the heart of the entire story, the personal legend. He explains that everyone has a personal legend, a unique purpose that represents their deepest calling in life. Most people abandon this calling due to fear, comfort, or societal pressure. But for those brave enough to pursue it, the universe conspires to help them achieve it. Convinced by Melchizedek's wisdom, Santiago sells his flock and begins his journey to Egypt. But the path to one's personal legend is never straightforward. Almost immediately, Santiago encounters setbacks. He's robbed in Tangier, losing most of his money, forced to work for a crystal merchant to earn enough to continue his journey. This period teaches Santiago about resilience and adaptability. The crystal merchant represents someone who once had dreams, but chose security over adventure. Through their relationship, Coelho shows us the cost of abandoning our personal legend, a life of quiet regret and what-if scenarios. Santiago's work with the crystal merchant also demonstrates another crucial principle. When you're pursuing your personal legend, you bring positive change to everything around you. Santiago's fresh perspective and enthusiasm revitalize the merchant's business, proving that following your dreams benefits not just yourself, but everyone in your orbit. After earning enough money, Santiago joins a caravan crossing the Sahara Desert. Here, he meets the Alchemist, a mysterious figure who becomes his spiritual guide and mentor. The desert becomes Santiago's classroom, teaching him lessons that go far beyond finding physical treasure. The Alchemist teaches Santiago about the soul of the world, the interconnectedness of all things. He learns that everything in the universe is connected, that when you truly want something, the entire universe conspires to help you achieve it. This isn't magical thinking. It's about alignment, awareness, and recognizing opportunities that have always been there. Santiago also learns to listen to his heart, despite its fears and contradictions. The Alchemist explains that the heart has wisdom the mind cannot understand. It knows things that logic cannot grasp. But listening to your heart requires courage, because it will often point you toward uncertainty, toward paths that seem irrational or risky. The 4 obstacles. Throughout his journey, Santiago encounters what Coelho identifies as the 4 main obstacles to achieving our personal legend. First, we're told from childhood that everything we want is impossible. Society programs us to believe that dreams are impractical, that we should choose security over passion. Santiago overcomes this by refusing to accept others' limitations as his own reality. Second, we fear love and the responsibilities that come with it. Santiago falls deeply in love with Fatima, a woman he meets at an oasis. He's tempted to abandon his journey and stay with her. But true love, Qualo suggests, supports your personal legend rather than hindering it. Fatima encourages Santiago to continue his quest, understanding that he cannot be truly happy until he fulfills his destiny. Third, we fear the defeats we might encounter along the way. Santiago faces numerous setbacks: robbery, deception, physical danger, moments of doubt. But each defeat teaches valuable lessons and strengthens his resolve. The journey transforms him more than any treasure could. Finally, we fear success itself, the responsibility and change that comes with achieving our dreams. Santiago discovers that the treasure he sought was buried back where his journey began, beneath the tree where he first slept as a shepherd. The external treasure mirrors the internal transformation he's undergone. The deeper meanings. The Alchemist operates on multiple levels of meaning. On the surface, it's an adventure story, but underneath, it's a spiritual allegory about self-discovery and transformation. The alchemy referenced in the title isn't just about turning base metals into gold. It's about transforming the human soul. Santiago's journey from naive shepherd boy to wise, fulfilled man represents the alchemical process we all must undergo to become our authentic selves. The treasure itself is symbolic. While Santiago does find material wealth, the real treasure is the wisdom, confidence, and self-knowledge he gains through his journey. He returns home transformed, capable of creating his own opportunities and living authentically. The recurring theme of Omens teaches us about intuition and awareness. Throughout his journey, Santiago learns to read signs, from the flight of birds to the wind patterns in the desert. This represents developing our intuitive intelligence, learning to trust our inner guidance system. Universal principles for modern life. What makes The Alchemist timelessly relevant are its universal principles that apply to anyone pursuing meaningful goals. The book teaches us that procrastination is fear in disguise. How many of us delay pursuing our dreams because we're waiting for the right time or the perfect conditions? Santiago's story shows us that the right time is now, and perfect conditions don't exist. It demonstrates the power of beginner's mind. Santiago's lack of experience becomes an advantage because he approaches challenges without preconceived limitations. He's open to learning, willing to make mistakes, and adaptable when plans don't work out. The story also reveals how our greatest obstacles often become our greatest teachers. Every setback Santiago faces ultimately serves his growth and brings him closer to his goal. This reframes failure from something to avoid into something to embrace as part of the learning process. The soul of the world. Perhaps the most profound concept in the book is the soul of the world. The idea that everything is interconnected and that the universe supports those who pursue their authentic purpose. This isn't about wishful thinking or expecting the universe to hand us everything we want. Instead, it's about alignment. When your goals align with your authentic nature and contribute positively to the world, you begin noticing opportunities that were always there. You attract people and resources that support your mission. You develop the intuition to make better decisions and the resilience to overcome obstacles. Santiago's ability to communicate with the desert, to understand the language of the wind and the sun, represents this deeper connection with life itself. When we're pursuing our personal legend, we become more attuned to the subtle signals and synchronicities that guide us toward our goals. Love and personal legend. The relationship between Santiago and Fatima illustrates a crucial truth about love and personal fulfillment. True love doesn't ask you to abandon your dreams. It encourages you to pursue them. Fatima's willingness to let Santiago continue his journey, even though it means separation, demonstrates mature love that prioritizes the beloved's authentic growth over immediate comfort. This challenges our common cultural narratives about love requiring sacrifice of personal ambition. Qualo suggests that when both partners are pursuing their personal legends, their love becomes a source of strength rather than limitation. Practical wisdom for dream pursuers. The Alchemist offers practical wisdom for anyone pursuing significant goals. It teaches us to start where we are with what we have. Santiago doesn't wait until he has enough money or experience. He begins with his sheep and builds from there. The book emphasizes the importance of mentorship and learning from others who have walked similar paths. Santiago learns from everyone he meets: the gypsy woman, Melchizedek, the crystal merchant, the camel driver, and especially the alchemist. Each person contributes something valuable to his understanding. It also shows us that the journey changes us more than the destination. By the time Santiago reaches the pyramids, he's already found his greatest treasure: the wisdom and confidence to create the life he truly wants. The return home. Santiago's return to Spain represents the completion of the hero's journey. He's no longer the same person who left with his flock of sheep. He carries within him the wisdom of his experiences, the confidence of someone who has faced his fears and emerged victorious. The discovery that his treasure was buried near his starting point isn't ironic. It's profound. It suggests that what we seek externally often lies within us or close to us all along. But we can only recognize and access it after we've undergone the transformation that comes from pursuing our personal legend. This doesn't mean the journey was unnecessary. Santiago needed every experience, every challenge, every lesson to become the person capable of recognizing and claiming his treasure. The external journey catalyzed the internal transformation. Timeless relevance. What makes The Alchemist continue to resonate with millions of readers decades after its publication is its timeless exploration of universal human experiences. In our modern world of endless distractions and societal pressures to conform, the book's message about following your authentic path feels more relevant than ever. We live in times of unprecedented opportunity, yet many people feel more lost and unfulfilled than previous generations. The Alchemist reminds us that external achievements without internal alignment lead to emptiness. True success comes from aligning our actions with our deepest values and authentic desires. The Alchemist ultimately teaches us that pursuing our personal legend isn't just about achieving specific goals. It's about becoming who we're meant to be. It's about living with courage, authenticity, and openness to the magic that exists when we align our lives with our deepest truth. Santiago's story reminds us that the treasure isn't just at the end of the journey. It's woven throughout the entire experience of pursuing what matters most to us. Every challenge faced, every fear overcome, every moment of doubt transformed into determination becomes part of our treasure. As you close this video and return to your own journey, ask yourself, what is your personal legend? What dreams have you been postponing? What fears have been holding you back? And most importantly, what small step can you take today to begin or continue your own alchemical transformation? Remember, as Paulo Coelho beautifully illustrates through Santiago's journey, when you truly want something, the entire universe conspires to help you achieve it. Your personal legend is waiting. The only question is, are you ready to begin? Thanks for joining us on Legacy Book Insight. If this exploration of The Alchemist inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe for more transformative book insights, and share this video with someone who needs to hear Santiago's story today. Until next time, keep pursuing your personal legend.